everyone, welcome to Save News TV. And yet again, here I am talking about politics, and I don't mind. But as Kendrick Lamar says, they're not like us. Just because they look like us, don't mean they're like us. Anyway, the Black California Democrats refused to bring up the bills for reparation at the close of their session. Now, as I've always stated, don't stop giving your vote away. Get something in return. The Democrats for many, many years have said, I will do this for you. I will do that for you. You run out there for for years and vote for them, and they don't produce. They give rations to everybody else. They give $150,000 for illegal aliens in California to buy a home, and they can't vote for them. At least they're not supposed to. I just say, when are you all going to wake up? Just wake up, people. Wake up. The Democrats are not going to do anything for you. Harris told you herself. She said, am I going to do anything specifically for the Black people? No. That's what she said. And that's what she means. Gavin Newsom isn't doing it. Like I said, they just passed a bill. But let's get into this. I hate to go down the I told you so road, but it's not too late. If you don't like Trump, fine. Don't vote for him. Vote for a third party. There's Jill Stein. There's RFK in some states. There's the West, and then there's others. But as far as giving your vote to the Democrats again, because the only thing they're going to do for you is give you a holiday and a statue and call it a day. But they can, you all, now I would say, history is repeating itself, because really we are just slaves here, okay? Because we're working for illegal immigrants and for other nations, Ukraine and everything. You go to work every day, pay your taxes for them. And it's not just us Black people that's slaves. It's all Americans. All Americans are slaves to the illegal immigrants and to the people around the world that, Ukraine, for instance, billions and billions of dollars. But anyway, let's get into the topic. Let me show you all what is transpired now. So we can get a good lesson here today.
State Capitol, where the legislative session is wrapping up tonight, and lawmakers are deciding the fate of bills that haven't passed yet. We're just minutes away until the California legislative session comes to a close. Both houses had fewer than 200 bills combined left to go through, bills dealing with reparations. ABC 10's Garshpal Sangha joining us live from the state capitol to explain more on this very busy day. We still see people behind you in the rotunda there, Garshpal.
Yeah, Luke, and this place is buzzing with anticipation to try to figure out what is the status of their bill. And we are officially less than an hour away until we find out what the results are going to be of all the bills that they haven't voted on. If it is the Governor Newsom's office to see if he will sign or not. But if it doesn't, it is going to die on the House floor. So,
well, let's just be clear. News just came out that it died on the House floor. The Black Democrats did not bring the bill up, even for Gavin Newsom to say yeah or nay. But, y'all keep windmilling.
We're trying to figure that out. But the biggest buzz in this building were bills that weren't voted on, like funding reparations. The final hours of the California legislative session kicking into overdrive as lawmakers try to get their bills approved. On Sunday, lawmakers passed landmark bills to make amends for racism. The proposal allows for the return of land or compensation to families whose property was unfairly taken by the government. Formal apology for laws and practices that harmed funding the reparation bills package was over what wasn't addressed: direct payments.
We laid the foundation that those bills are critically important to, stand up what reparations would be here in the state of California.
State Senator Stephen Bradford authored SB 1403, aims to establish the California American Freedmen Affairs Agency, while SB 1331 funds reparations. Both were not voted on.
We should have gotten it to the governor's desk. He never signaled he would veto the bill. He just said he had some concerns, as they have with many bills. But that doesn't mean you don't move forward with the bills, because, you can fix them.
The California Legislative Black Caucus pulled the bill because it said the proposal needs more work.
The bills that...
Okay, so you see who is pulling the bills, okay? It's not Republicans, not the white people. The Democrats are in the majority. Like I said, they swiftly passed the bills for the illegal immigrants. Housing, health care, jobs, fast track to to citizenship, you name it. They can get on the floor and get it passed. But, how many years have gone by? Just asking for a friend.
Pass are not reparations. And apologies.
Chris Lodgeson, a reparation activist with Coalition for Just and Equitable California.
The only bills today that even had a chance of being called reparations or could even get us to reparations are the bills that did not pass. It's one thing if we go out for a vote and we lose. Oh, all right. It's one thing if we go out for a vote, we win, and it gets to the governor's desk and the governor vetoes it.
Supporters of the reparations say they're not giving up despite the setback.
It has to happen if we're going to have meaningful reparations to the people.
Yeah, listen. Don't be doing nothing for you. When you going to wake up? Until you make people pay for your vote. You've been giving away freely your vote for decades. And just like what's the name Johnson said, he'll have you ends voting for Democrats for 500 years. And what is he, a prophet? You still voting for him, still windmilling, still out here with the, we got to vote with the identity politics. We got to vote for somebody because they black or whatever. And then you can't even pay your bills. You can't even eat. You people moving out of their homes so they can at least try to afford something. Girl, y'all need to wake up. I'm telling you.
People who deserve it. We're 160 years overdue for this.
And just a few hours ago, there was a glimmer of hope that those bills that were not heard, they would be heard, but that hope quickly evaporated. So a lot of people that were protesting here disappointed with that outcome. Now,
See, what did he say? There was a glimmer of hope. As always, they're going to give you a glimmer. But what did they do? They went home. Home.
That we're keeping a close eye on is SB 1414. That would make it a felony to purchase a child for sex. That is what we're waiting this next hour to see how the House is going to vote.
Well, they probably won't vote on that because they PDF file all up in the government over there. Okay.
But it's going to be a long 55 minutes that are remaining to see which bill is going to pass and which one will not. Reporting live from the state capitol, Garge Paul Sunga, ABC.
Yeah. Okay, because like I said, they are not trying to bring anything up on the floor in California. And, I hear the excuse, well, California wasn't a state that had slaves. I understand that. And that is true. But see, they put the bill up. But see, also in California, a lot of people that were landowners and everything, part of that reparation bill were black, and their homes, their property, and everything got stolen from them. Bring this up on screen because I want to really get with the program. Democrats are not doing anything for you. If you don't want to vote for Trump, then vote for third party. There's Jill Stein. There's RFK Jr. in some states. And also there's Cornel West. Make a statement with your vote. If you live in a state that's a swing state, then you need to vote for one or the other. Unfortunately, Kamala or Trump. But you need to vote for Trump because, child, you can't even pay your bills, and y'all windmilling for somebody that clearly told you they weren't going to do nothing for you, which is Kamala Harris. They can get those bills passed and money to Ukraine.
The final night of California's legislative session, state lawmakers have midnight tonight to pass proposed laws for the year ahead of the deadline. Advocates for reparations for Black Californians have been protesting all day as lawmakers plan to block two key bills for that effort. KCRA 3 Capitol correspondent Ashley Zavala is live at the state capitol right now with what's happening. Ashley?
Right, Orko, this has been the big story mainly all day here. California's Legislative Black Caucus, which represents the Black members of the state legislature, confirmed that lawmakers will not move forward with those two key proposals.
Now, did you hear that? They did not say Republicans. They did not say independent candidates. They said California's Black Caucus refused to move forward with the reparations bill. Okay, you people in California, you voted, didn't they run on the tickets stating that they would get reparations for California? You all elected them and put them in office. You're not getting anything. And if you're not getting anything from them, you need to demand something. But you work every day, work hard, pay your taxes, and your money is going to people that's not even citizens of this country, that live better, that have better options than you. But your own people, as Kendrick Lamar says, not like us, are voting or are not bringing the bill to the floor to even let Gavin Newsom either sign it or reject it. You see what I'm? But you are, Lord. Let me continue.
The first, SB 1403, which would establish a state agency to oversee the state's reparations efforts. The other, SB 1331, that would establish a state fund for reparations. So the blocking of these bills has angered protesters who've been in the Capitol Rotunda all day, yelling at lawmen in the assembly to bring the bills up for a vote. State Senator Stephen Bradford said Governor Newsom's office asked him to make changes to the bill that would establish the state agency and to instead turn it into a study of reparations recommendations by the university.
Okay, so now they always got to study something. Did they study thing before? Always a study. Turn it into a study. They didn't study whether or not they could close that border. They didn't study whether or not they can spend $50,000 to people that don't even belong to this country, that's here illegally, to have houses. They didn't study to give health care to people that don't belong to this country. They didn't study to give food stamps and want to give Social Security to people that don't even that enter this country illegally. They didn't study to send millions of dollars over to Ukraine. They didn't study any of that. But it's been 400 years, 167 years since, but they still got to study this. What is that you don't understand? I mean, stop giving away your vote. No other ethnic group gives away their vote without something in return. I'm just saying, y'all, I don't get it. It's like it's like a drug, colonization to the infinite degree that your mind is such that you continue to vote and support people that do nothing for you, but you're working hard like a slave, just like all the rest of the Americans, so you can get nothing and pay for somebody that can come over here illegally, break break the law, and be rewarded. Excuse me.
University of California. Bradford would not accept the changes, and he says the Legislative Black Caucus is afraid of the veto. But the leader of the legislative...
What are you afraid of the veto? Let Gavin Newsom veto it in. What you afraid of? I mean, if he veto it, let him veto it so you know where he stands. But now y'all taking the heat. You want all that smoke. Craziness. Insanity.
Legislative Black Caucus Assemblymember Lori Wilson denied this. Bradford told us, though, the bills have the votes.
We're at the finish line. And I think we as a Black Caucus owe it to the descendants of chattel slavery. We owe it to Black Californians and Black Americans to move this legislation forward and get it to the governor's desk.
Now, nothing is final until the gavel drops here at midnight, but it's unlikely that these bills will come up for a vote. Continue to...
Okay. So we will see, do this. That's why it's important for you to not only pay attention to the top of the ticket, but also what's underneath the ticket. Who's running for Congress? Who's running for Senate? You know what I'm saying? Your local lawmakers that's passing these bills and everything. I mean, you at state and local, federal, if they have nothing to give you, even if you don't believe in reparations, you should be getting something for your vote. If your food is high, your gas is high, your rent is high, your bills is high, your electricity is high, everything's high. And you working hard as you can, 2, 3, 4 jobs so you can make ends meet. And they just, we're going to give people that have moved, that have crossed illegally, millions, hundreds of thousands of dollars per person. We're going to take care of them. And as long as Black people accept this as their fate, they're going to continue to do it. So again, if you don't want to vote for Joe Biden, if you don't want to vote for Donald Trump, which I know some of you don't, but of all the candidates, I think he's the best for to at least get your bills paid. Okay, because Kamala and Joe Biden's been here for 3.5 years and have done absolutely positively nothing but make your life miserable. Okay, but if you don't want to vote for Trump, then there's Jill Stein. But if you're in a swing state, you need to choose Trump. Okay, but because if Kamala getting there, she's already told you she's not going to do anything for you. I don't know what more you need. I'm tired. But anyway, you all have a wonderful day. I just had to bring you all this breaking news. And it's not breaking. This is nothing new. Why are we even surprised?